Hi and welcome to your practice today. I'm delighted to be guiding you through today's class. I recommend having a few blocks near your mat, so grab whatever yoga props you have or alternative to yoga props. So for me, I've got 2 blocks near my mat. I've got a bolster. You don't actually need a bolster for this class, but maybe if you have one, you might like to switch it out for one of the other props that we'll use. And I recommend also having a blanket just for underneath your knees, or if at any point you get a little bit chilly, you can just pop the blanket over you. And then we're coming into our first pose, which is our supported bridge pose. So we're going to come onto our backs, bringing either your blanket or one of your blocks close by, and then coming all the way down. So with your knees bent, we're pushing our feet into the floor, lifting your hips off the ground, taking your block, or if you'd like to, you can fold up your blanket and just pop it underneath your lower back area. So a cushion works really well in this instance as well. It's just to help our hips lift up towards the sky. So we're either going to keep our knees bent, or if it feels comfortable for you, you can straighten out the legs. So relaxing through the shoulders. Have your hands somewhere on your body, either on your hips or maybe on your side body, or perhaps one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. And then we're staying here. So feel yourself relaxing down towards the ground. Feel your facial muscles relax, your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your hips, your back. Breathing into the tummy, lifting your belly towards the sky, feeling your side bodies expand outwards. And then on the exhalation, relax your breath out and release your whole body down towards the ground. So continuing with that long, slow breath in and out. Facial muscles are soft, your eyes, your eyebrows, across your brow and your forehead. And I'd like for you to just think about an intention for today's practice. So what is the reason that you showed up for yourself today? That you're moving your body, that you're expanding your lungs and your lung capacity, that you're giving yourself this gift, this time to yourself, this time put in doing something that you love, doing something that helps you feel better or feel good. So what is your reason for being here? What's your intention for today's practice? And sometimes I like to think about a sentence that I'll circulate in my mind. My intention is. And sometimes I pick a word, so I'm dedicating my practice and choosing a word to dedicate my practice to, or to kind of have this theme in my mind. So allowing this word or this sentence or whatever your intention is, just move around your mind a little bit. And then if your legs are straight, let's engage through the glutes, through the hips, and start to bend your knees. Keep that engagement in the legs. If you started in this bent knee position, stay here, engage the glutes, lift your hips towards the sky, away from your prop, and then dropping your hips back down towards the ground. Take your knees into your chest, and we'll just rock from side to side here. So we're moving our knees around in a circular motion, or from left to right, right to left, massaging through that point in the back where we felt our prop support in our previous posture. Relax your shoulders down towards the floor, and then dropping your feet down towards the floor as well. Take your feet out as wide as your mat. You can open your arms out to the side, either with bent elbows or straight arms. And then we're starting to windscreen wiper our knees. So dropping your right knee down towards that left heel, and inhale back up towards the sky, bringing your left knee down towards that right heel, and back up towards the sky. And then just keep going in those motions and those movements. The outer knee can drop down towards the outside of your mat as well, if you feel like opening that one out. Let's stay here for 2 or 3 more breaths. And then take your knees back up towards the ceiling. Bring your feet together. Option to keep your legs next to each other or cross your right leg over the left. And then scoot your hips over towards the right side as you start to drop your knees down towards the left. So we find this spinal twist, bringing our knees over towards the left side of our mat. Nice and slowly relax your shoulders. Breathing here. When you feel ready to, let's take our knees back up towards the sky. Uncross the legs if you had them crossed. Scoot your hips over towards the left side this time. And if you'd like to cross the left leg over the right, you can. Otherwise, keeping the knees next to each other as you drop the knees down towards the right side of your mat this time. And starting to relax here even more. Take your knees back up towards the sky. And then we'll hold on to the backs of your legs. Start to come up into a seated position before making your way into tabletop. So finding your tabletop position, your hands will be underneath your shoulders, the knees underneath your hips. Let's move through some cat and cow. So dropping your tummy down towards the ground, lifting your chest forward on your inhale. And then exhale to push your mat away with your arms, lift out of your shoulders, drop your head down towards your chest. Inhale to find your cow pose, belly arches or back arches, belly drops. And then exhaling to round your spine. Let's take 2 more like this. Inhale as we arch the back. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. And exhale as you round. Find your neutral tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up to the sky, drop your head down towards the shoulders. So we're looking back towards the feet and just starting to pedal out the legs here. So you can lift one heel up at a time. Maybe you move your head, nod it yes, shake it no. Loosey-goosey through the neck and shoulders. And then coming right up onto your tippy toes, breathing in here. On the exhalation, we're going to look towards the back right corner of our mat and then drop the heels down towards that side. So see if you can press your left hip over towards the left side of our mat. So try to find this kind of bend through the left side body as we press our hips back in that direction that our heels are facing. Inhale, lift the hips back up towards the sky, and then exhaling to bring the heels down towards the left side of our mat this time. Pressing our hips in that direction as well, finding a little side bend through that right hip. Inhale, come back into our downward facing dog, and then exhaling as you walk your hands towards the back of your mat, towards the feet. Hanging over your legs, drop your head, find a ragdoll, so either with your hands dangling, or you can hold on to opposite elbows. Maybe you sway from side to side here. Keeping your head nice and relaxed. From there, we'll release our hands. Inhale to come all the way up to stand. And then exhale to roll your shoulders back. Find your Tadasana at the back of your mat. Sweep your hands up towards the sky. Take a breath in. On the exhalation, we're joining our fingers together. Inhale, draw the palms up towards the sky, and then cross your left foot over the right. And we're walking forward. So have a little bit of a space between your left heel and your right toes. Breathing in once more, lifting up. On the exhalation, we're leaning over towards the right side of our mat. So again, finding this nice side bend through the left side body. Inhale, balancing into your left foot, stand up tall, and then cross your right foot over the left. And then we start to lean towards the left side. Let's go 2 more times. Inhale, back to center, cross your left leg over the right, lean right. And then inhale, back to center, crossing your right leg over the left, lean left. From here, keeping your hands lifted, we're starting to put pressure into this right foot and wait, and then lift your left knee towards the sky. Breathing in, pull the left knee up. As we breathe out, we're going to turn our palms to face towards us and then hold on to the knee with our hands, with our interlaced fingers. Draw the knee into our chest, press into this right leg, lift up through the hips. Keep your eyes focused on one point on your mat, not on your mat, on the wood in front of your mat, or on the wall in front of you. And then we're going to flex into this left leg, the lifted foot. Take your hands up towards the sky. Keep your knee lifted. Breathe in. On the exhalation, let's find a warrior 3. So we're kicking our left leg back behind us, reaching the arms forward and dropping the upper body. Reach the hands, press back with your lifted leg. This time our drishti is underneath the nose. Find a spot on the floor, down below you. Take a breath in. On the exhalation, step your left foot towards the back of your mat. Round your left heel, take warrior 1. Lift your arms up towards the sky. Press your chest up towards the ceiling. Breathing in. And then send your right hip towards the back of your mat. Sink lower on your exhale. One more inhale. On the exhale here, we're starting to take our left heel off the ground and drop the knee down towards the floor. Coming into a low lunge. Our hands sweep towards the ground. We're going to adjust our right foot, adjust our back knee, and send our chest forward. So we just want to find a little bit of space between our right foot and our left knee and have our right ankle underneath the right knee, more or less. You can take your hands on top of your blocks here. So again, we're pressing our chest forward, pressing our hips. On the exhalation this time, send your hips towards the back of your mat, straighten your right leg. You can walk your hands back with you. Maybe you take your right toes off the ground. Let's do that 3 more times. So inhale, walk forward, bend your right knee. And then exhale to send your hips back. Maybe you walk your hands back with you and you take your toes off the ground. 2 more. Inhale forward, send your hips forward, lift your chest. And then exhaling to send your hips back, straightening into this right leg for our half split. Last one. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Let's stay here for a little bit longer. So pull the right hip towards the back of your mat. Take your chest towards the front of your mat. So we're trying to gain this lengthening sensation through the spine. Our toes can pull back towards our right shin. And then inhale, coming back towards our low lunge. Take your palms onto the floor, or you can keep them on your blocks, but just drop them down to the lower setting. Right leg sweeps back as we find our tabletop with our right leg back behind us. Inhaling here. On the exhale, take your knee in towards your chest, round your spine. Inhale to extend the right leg, extend the head forward. And then exhale, knee in towards your chest. Inhale to extend the right leg. Drop the right foot down towards the ground at the back of your mat, and then just pivot on your bent knee on this left foot out towards the left side of your mat. Left hand can stay on the floor. We're turning our hips and our chest towards the right side, taking a modified side plank facing the right side of our mat. Right hand lifting up towards the sky. Option to stay here in your modified side plank, or putting a little bit more weight into our right foot and into our left hand and lifting that left knee off the ground. So picking it up off the floor. Option to keep it here, or we're starting to straighten into that left leg, coming into fallen triangle. So our left leg is straight out in front of us. You can decide if you'd like to keep the left foot on the floor or lift it off the floor. Pick up your hips. Let's stay here for one last breath. Well done. And then looking down to the ground, take your hands onto the floor, find your tabletop position, and walk your hands back to the back of your mat. Left hand comes onto the ground, right hand reaches to the sky, breathing in. And then exhale, we lean over towards the left side. Inhale to come back up, right hand drops down, left hand comes up. And exhale, leaning over towards the right side this time. Pull your left shoulder back. Inhale, come back to center. Tuck your toes. And then either with the help of your hands or without them, we're going to come up into a toe stand. Bringing your hands towards your heart space. So you might like to try that one more time if you wish. Just gaining that momentum, flipping yourself over, taking the knees off the ground, and we'll meet in our toe stand. Find a drishti towards the front of your mat. Stay here with your balance. And then take your hands up overhead towards the sky. We're going to press through the balls of the feet and come up into a chair pose with the heels lifted off the ground. So stay with the knees bent. If you come out of this position, just come back into the balls of the feet. And then let's lift all the way up to the sky. So standing up tall at the back of our mat, up on the toes, heels lifted. Well done. Breathing here. Keep looking at that drishti that we were focusing on in our toe stand. And then take your heels down towards the floor, hands towards your heart, and then hands next to your hips. And then shake everything off. So shake our hips, shake our wrists, shake our ankles. Bring your hands up towards the sky. Take a breath in. On your exhalation, interlace your fingers, draw your palms up towards the ceiling, and then breathe in, reach up. Step your right foot across the left and start to walk forward. On your next exhalation, we're leaning towards the left side. Inhale, stand up tall, step your left foot forward and across, and lean over towards the right side. Inhale, back to center, right foot steps forward, and then exhale, lean left. Inhale, back to center, step your left foot forward, and lean right. Start to ground into this left foot, stand up tall, reach your right knee off the ground, up towards your chest, and then we can turn our palms to face towards us as we hold onto this right knee and draw it in towards the chest and towards the belly. Press and lift up out of your left hip, out of your left foot, and start to flex into this right leg, into this right foot. We can remove our hands, keep our knee lifted, reach the hands up towards the sky, breathing in. And then exhale, we'll start to lean forward with our upper body, finding warrior 3. Kick your right leg back behind you. Stay here, last 2 breaths, well done. Last one. Take a breath in. On the exhalation, we're stepping our right foot back into warrior 1. Adjust your feet as needed, lift up through the arms, press your back heel into the floor, bend through the left knee and pull your left hip back. From here, take a breath in. On our exhalation, we're starting to send our knee down towards the ground into our low lunge and then framing your foot with your hands. Breathing in, chest forward. Feel free to take your blocks here underneath your hands. And then breathing out, straightening into this front leg, send your hips back, maybe the toes of this left foot come off the ground. Let's go a few more times. Inhale forward into your low lunge. Chest opens, and then exhale, tummy towards your left thigh. 2 more times. Inhale forward. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale forward. Exhale for your half split. This time, let's hang on here. Let's hold it for a few more breaths. So chest draws towards the toes, tummy comes down towards that left thigh. From here, find your low lunge, chest forward, breathing in. And then on your exhalation, we're sending our left leg towards the back of our mat as we come into tabletop position with our left leg extended. Take a breath in from here. On the exhalation, knee comes into your nose, rounded spine. Inhale, extend the leg, press your head forward, and then exhale, knee to nose. 1 more time. Inhale, extend the leg, extend the head, and then exhale, knee to nose. This time we extend the leg and drop the leg down towards the ground, turning our right foot so that it comes off the mat behind us, and then right hand stays on the mat, left hand lifts up towards the sky for our side plank, our modified variation. We can look up towards this left thumb or find another drishti to focus our gaze on. And then option to stay here with your right knee on the floor, or we're starting to pick this right knee off the ground, pulling it up towards the sky, in towards our chest. You can stay here with the knee bent, or we start to straighten it out. Finding our fallen triangle, push your hips up towards the sky, press and lift up out of that right shoulder. Keep your gazing point focused, breathing into that spot.
And then bending through that knee again, find the floor with your hands and both knees. And then we'll open our knees out to the side, untucked toes, hips pressed back towards your heels, finding your child's pose with your head either on the ground or on your block. So finding our breath, dropping your hips down towards the ground, dropping your arms down towards the ground. From here, we'll find our tabletop position. And then just moving yourself over so that you arrive on your bum. We'll roll ourselves onto our backs. Take your knees into your chest. Massage into your back body. Left foot drops to the ground. Right outer ankle comes onto the top of your left knee. Draw your right knee away from you. And then option to stay here with your left foot on the floor, or you're taking it in towards your chest. So feel free to keep your hands somewhere on your body, or if you'd like to, you can hold onto the back of that left leg and pull your knee a little bit closer towards the chest. From there, we're dropping our left foot down, uncrossing the legs. Take your left outer ankle onto the top of your right knee this time, and then push that left knee away from you. Option to stay here with the foot on the floor, or we're taking our right knee into our chest. We'll start to release your right foot, release your left. And then take your knees in towards your chest. Lift your forehead, tap your brow, or kiss the knees. And then relax onto your back into Shavasana. Breathing out with your exhale, opening your mouth. Relax through the shoulders, relaxing your facial muscles. We'll stay here for a few moments, just softening down towards the ground. So can you relax even more? Thank yourself for joining your practice today, for stepping on your mat, for rolling it out. Thank your body, your breath, your mind. And if there's any other thing that you'd like to thank today or show your appreciation for, just thinking about it now. I will leave you here. Please feel free to stay as long as you need. And I look forward to guiding you through our next practice together. Have a beautiful day.